Mark. I am a yoga instructor and a team rider for Never Summer Snowboards, as well as the creator of the CopyCat instructional yoga mat. So today I'm going to be showing you some exercises that I do to help me with my snowboarding, and I'm going to show you the ones that I do that require a lot of props. So let's get started. So starting off, I like to use Bosu balls to train. So you see these at the gym sometimes. And I use them two different ways. So this way is going to be a little bit more stable. So pretty much I'll just do some jumps. So any kind of squats are really helpful. And then I'll use them too to work on like 180s or 360s or whatever you want to work on. So using your arms to wind up and then spinning. And make sure that you spin both directions. And really use them to squat your landings, to spot your landings and spot them too. And then if you want to turn it over, this is what I really like to do. Just be mindful when you're getting on these. Make sure you get on one side and then place your hand on the front of it and then slowly shift your weight over. So these I like because it's balancing and I can kind of work my muscles from front to back. So I'm getting my calves and it like strengthens and stretches them as well. And then from here, I will just work on doing different grabs. So I work on grabs and I notice which grabs where it shifts my board with the Bosu ball top so that I'm kind of aware of how it's going to shift my body in the air. So just various grabs and even ones like between your legs, you know. And also I just work on doing squats on these too. So I just kind of have my snowboard stance or as wide as you can get it. So I find this really helpful. And then, as I was saying in the previous video, you can also use them to do stabilization with your planks. So like this, and just using this to stabilize your body. And you can even like bring up your knees to your elbows, working out your abs. So there's all kinds of things you can do. They're even helpful to like do some ab work to where it allows you to flex back and then forward. Because having a strong core is obviously pretty important. So, oh yeah, and it's on this way too, like you can stabilize with just one foot. You know, any kind of balancing is really beneficial for your snowboard. Okay. Then, this one's called a board rock, and it has two different balls on it, and it more balances front to back. So same thing, you can work on doing your grabs on these, and you can even work on doing like little 180s aerials like in the air. So that's another fun one. And then you can even put your weight back and kind of go side to side, kind of a circuit move. This is also helpful on your snowboard if you are on a cat trail and you're trying to pick up speed or like keep your speed going. Sometimes you can kind of work your snowboard and keep going. Using this to kind of create a little bit of movement. Okay, plus it's fun. So there's that one. And then I also have a bongo board, and they make all kinds of different balance boards out there. These are just the ones that I own, but I think they're all great. So just be really careful when you get on these. That's probably the most dangerous point. So, and this one just goes side to side. And same thing, you can work on your grabs on these. One thing to be mindful about this one is you can roll over your fingers with the ball, what you call that, not a ball, but the thing you're balancing on. So just be aware if you're grabbing in front or in back to be mindful that you don't roll over your fingers because it does hurt. I know from experience. Okay, and then another thing too I like to do is I like to use a skate deck, and you just wrap some tire tubes around it, and then you can put shoes on. Obviously I would put this on, and then you can jump onto the Bosu ball. So actually be here and like jump on and work on doing different types of snowboard moves. And this is also nice for the trampoline. However, with the trampoline, I do prefer to just actually jump with my snowboard on, just because I like the weight of my snowboard and have my boots on, and I like the give of, like, I feel like the flex of the snowboard feels better than the flex of the skate deck. Like sometimes the skate deck can feel a little bit hard on my joints. So I usually just use a kid's board, and I have really dull edges on it, so I don't worry about ripping my trampoline. And it's my trampoline, but if you do have a board and your edges are sharp, you can get cardboard, or you can get these like sleeves for packing, and just put them over your snowboard and then tape them. That way you're not getting your edges full of tape. You can also just duct tape your edges, but that leaves behind sticky residue, so this is kind of a really fast, easy way to do it. And bouncing on a trampoline is just super beneficial. Like, you don't even need to have your snowboard on. If you just get used to like flipping and even doing like little shifties without your snowboard on or with your snowboard on, or just honestly like being in the air and air awareness is really helpful. So you can even like work on some like rolls on the trampoline. Like if you're gonna fall snowboarding, it's a really soft surface to work on that. And then this, oh yeah, before this, another thing too, you can just do with exercise balls is like, you can get on your knees on them and just work on your balance as well. So like really anything, and like just move your arms around, kind of like your board sliding or front board sliding. And anything that has you balancing is just good for your core. And it's fun. Okay, this is my inversion swing. I had one of these growing up, and it's really just a swing that's like padded. And it's really nice to go upside down and like stretch out your back. You can do it with an inversion table as well. But these are more fun, and plus you can swing, and like I think swinging is just a really fun thing to do, and it's good for you to like be in the air. So there's two different ways you can get onto this. You can go backwards. So you just, and this is good too because it teaches your body to go back. So you go backwards and then you bring your legs apart and it'll catch you. Okay. And then you can just hang. Or you can come and dump it over the front. So you're just gonna come and bring your body forward and put your legs apart. So like this. And you can stretch out your arms as well. So that is my inversion swing. And it's fun too because you can work on like doing like a little bit of flips. So yeah, and then they're fun to swing on. Oh yeah, as far as inversions go too, I really like getting upside down. I think like the more time I spend upside down, the more comfortable I feel being upside down when I'm in the air. So if you are still working on handstands or headstands, but they're not quite available to you yet, this is kind of a fun tool. This is a really old one. I believe they're called yoga benches or headstand benches. This was my mom. She's also a yoga teacher, but she gave it to me. It's very old, but basically it's a way to work on headstands or handstands or inverts without putting pressure in your neck, because the dangerous thing is people do headstands and then they put pressure on their neck. So basically you just, it looks like kind of like a toilet bowl. So you put your head in here, you got your shoulders, and then you're just able to come up, and then it's a lot easier to do whatever shapes and things you want to do. And you can work on building the muscles so that you can safely go upside down. And I think that about wraps up the props that I like to use. Yeah, I hope that's helpful to somebody, and just, you know, be mindful, be safe. Just because it's safe for me doesn't mean it's safe for you. And listen to your body first and me second. Thanks.